I never cared for the dentist. I'm allergic to lidocaine and Novocaine, so dentist was always a little stressful for me. But as I got older, I've been on medications my whole life. I've been taking stimulants, and I was a grinder pretty intensely. So I think a lot of it was sleep, but I also was clenching throughout the day. My dad does the same thing, and his teeth look very similar to how my teeth looked before I got them done here with Dr. Constantine. But lots of like little fracture lines and really short, like nubbier teeth because I had just ground them pretty much flat. In June of 2023, I was out on a date, and I was sober and training for a bodybuilding competition at the time. I was on my third meal. I felt weird in the middle of my dinner, and I pushed the food out of my way. And the person I was with was like, maybe you just need some fresh air. So I got up and I was headed to the door. I took about 8 steps and I had a syncopal episode. I passed out and I had a seizure. I landed on my jaw. I split my jaw open. I broke my jaw. I broke 8 molars and sustained a basilar skull fracture. And I woke up in this pool of blood, and all I could think is, I don't care about that, but I could feel chunks of teeth in my mouth. And I was just like, this is gonna be a really tough journey. And I went on various searches with different providers. Dr. Constantine's office was the last place I came to check.
We're talking about trying to restore your smile, to restore your function, to be able to chew again, to be able to smile again. We took a very conservative approach where we consider that every tooth is valuable in your mouth, that every tooth was there for a purpose, has function to do. So at that point, what we basically did, we tried to restore the smile, the function that you had 20 years ago when you had all of your teeth. For whatever tooth was missing in there, we placed an implant. We basically replaced the root of the tooth with one implant. And after that, for the extreme wear that you had on the other teeth, we had to rebuild your bite, to rebuild your back support. And we consider that every tooth was useful in your mouth, so we crown every single tooth. All teeth on the maxillary arch were crowned, all the teeth on the mandibular arch were crowned, and we restore your function exactly how it was, as I said, 20 years ago.
It was nice coming here knowing that they do everything in this office, whereas other providers, you have to go to a periodontist, an orthodontist, a surgeon, a regular dentist, and it's a lot of different hoops. Where when I came here and he does everything right under this roof, it was so convenient and it was the most comfortable I felt with any other provider that I had met with. But it changed my life. I'm a first responder for the city of St. Paul, and being able to smile at somebody on their worst day and know that you're confident in your smile, it really does make a difference. You don't realize how much you take your teeth for granted until you break them all. And getting my smile back, it's good to be able to share it with the people on the worst day of their lives. I wept. I was so emotional. I was scared that I would never have my teeth look normal again. And it's weird, it really is. Like, I even looked at going to Turkey. I looked at different countries, and when you get that final appointment and you get out of that chair and he hands you that mirror, you can't help but get emotional, because it really does change you. And I'm sorry. But yeah, it was a long road.